Guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the QCAA External Exam for Chemistry, question 22 of paper, I think it's 2021 and paper 1. Okay. Now you would have noticed with all the videos on the channel recently, I've started splitting them up into individual videos. That way if you only struggle with a certain type of question, you can go watch it on the video, on the channel in the playlist. And it also allows me to go into a bit more depth with each question as well. Okay. So if you have any questions at all, leave something in the comments. If you guys need a QCAA Chemistry External Exam pack, the link is in the description below. But otherwise, let's get started. So, question 22. The structural formula for pentane is shown, and we can see it's here. Draw structural formulas for two structural isomers of pentane. I can never pronounce that word, isomers, I believe. And here we got this one here, and then we also draw another one down here. So, what's important to know with organic chemistry is just naming your carbon chains pretty much. Because like, even just naming the first 10, I know it can, like, it's pretty easy, but I always mess up the first two, like methane, ethane, propane, etc. Okay? So here, the reason why this is called pentane is because there's 5 carbons, okay? So here, when they ask us to draw two different structural formulas, they still want us to use in total 5 carbons. However, it can't be the same thing as this. Now, a lot of people would probably do this. Alright, we've got, let's say we draw a couple carbons. Why don't we just move one up there? Well, technically, that is exactly the same as that, except one of the things is rotated slightly. Okay? It's still pentane because you can still count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for your longest carbon chain. So we need something that's a bit more different. So what I would start off with is probably moving one of the carbons in a way such that you can't create 5 for the longest chain. So I would move one of the carbons to probably one of the middle carbons here. So maybe something like this. Carbon, 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 and then a different carbon here. Now the longest chain at most is 4. So here you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. That is your longest chain. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Now, how we want to number it or name it. We want to number it such that the substituent is the lowest number. So here, we have a methyl group attached to it. A single carbon there. Okay? So we want to name it such that the carbon that it's attached to, so basically the carbon that's attached to here, this one here is the lowest number. So we probably want to count it in this direction here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So what we would do is we would call this maybe, so we'd name the major group. So there's 4 carbons in the major group and there's no double bonds, etc. So this will have a butane. So butane. And what we would do is we'd have to number where the substituent is. So we'd call this pretty much 2-methyl butane. Okay, so what I would draw in here is something literally like this. Now I would draw all the hydrogens as well. I'm very lazy in like little videos. I always forget to draw the hydrogens, but just now I do mean all the hydrogens should be here. So never forget all your hydrogens here. Otherwise you will get in a lot of trouble. Well, actually you won't get in a lot of trouble. You probably just won't get the mark for it. And here the IU pack name, we just put 2-methyl and then butane. And now for the second one we have to draw something that's different to this guy here. So a lot of people would be like, oh, why don't we just move this one up there? Well, if we do, it will be the same structure as this, just one of them's rotated. So you've got a choice here. There's, oh well, even if you moved another one up here, let's say we put one there, and let's say we moved one of these guys and we put that at the top, then technically you still have 1, 2, 3, 4. You still have the same molecule up there. So the only way you can create something new is pretty much by attaching a carbon maybe here. So making like a cross here with carbons. So here the longest chain would be 3 carbons. So this would have a propane. So propane is your biggest structure. Now you've got 2 methyl groups on carbon 2. So you'd have to call this 2-dimethyl, because di means 2, because there's 2 substituents, propane. So that's what I would do to name the second one here. So I'll draw if I go down to the bottom bit here, you draw it like this, and then have all your hydrogens, etc., and then go 2-dimethyl propane. Okay, and that's it. Pretty tricky question, but if you have any questions at all, leave something in the comment section. If you guys need a QCAA external exam, link is in the description below, but otherwise I'll see you guys in the next video.